Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2022 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Awards. And welcome to my Ninja Turtles channel. It's going to be a great show today. We have a lot planned for you. 2022 is ending, 2023 is about to begin, and we have some great categories. We're going to give out some awards for the best pieces of Ninja Turtles media over the past year. These categories include Best Last Ronin Figure, Best Ninja Turtles Movie of 2022, Best New Character, and new is in quotation, Best Ninja Turtles Fan Film, Best Ninja Turtles Video Game of 2022, and Best Comic Book of 2022 from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's going to be a great show. I'm glad you joined me today. It's going to be the last show of the year. It's the last day of the year. Today is New Year's Eve, and best believe here on my Ninja Turtles channel, we are going to be celebrating. So, type a T in the chat. It's time to get this show started, Mutation Nation. Type a T in the comments if you're watching the replay. Type a T for Turtles if you like the Ninja Turtles. And we're going to get started, Mutation Nation. So buckle up, hold on to your shell, and let's go! Welcome to my Ninja Turtles channel. This is the 2022 TMNT Awards. It's gonna be a great day. It's gonna be a great show. I'm happy you're all here. There's not a place I would rather be other than right here with you all right now. So get excited. Type a T, like I said, in the chat. Type a T for Turtles if you like the Ninja Turtles. It's gonna be a great show today. A lot of great categories to get to, a lot of awards, and a lot to celebrate over the past year. You could say we have a lot to celebrate. A lot of great Ninja Turtle stuff over the past year, Mutation Nation, and I'm happy you decided to join me today here on my Ninja Turtles channel for the 2022 TMNT Awards. So thank you again for joining me. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to my Ninja Turtles channel. It's going to be a great show. I'm happy you're all here with me. I'm happy that you have all joined me. We've got our TV show theme music going on, and let's get right into the show. How about that? Thank you again for joining me. 2022 was a great year. A lot happened in 2022 for the Ninja Turtles. So I think a quick review would be very appropriate at this point in the show. Let's take a quick look at everything that happened in 2022 for the Ninja Turtles. Of course, we did not get Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Season 3. No Rise Season 3, but, however, we did get the Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. Did you enjoy the movie? Now, the Last Ronin comic book ended in 2022. The Last Ronin ended, but the Armageddon game began. There was a lot going on. There was a lot going on in the comics in 2022 for the Ninja Turtles. And also in 2022, we celebrated the 10-year anniversary of the 2012 Ninja Turtles show. Can you believe it's been 10 years since this show premiered? It's been 10 great years with the 2012 show. Also, great fan films. The Last Ronin animation came out this year, as well as Casey Jones' Live Wire. Two great fan films. A lot of great fan films came out this year. Of course, Shredder's Revenge. Who could forget Shredder's Revenge? Great Ninja Turtles video game. We got a new game in Shredder's Revenge, and we got a new collection of old games with the Cowabunga collection. Video game fans and Ninja Turtle fans were very spoiled this year. And speaking of spoiled, we got more Ninja Turtles toys than any sane person could ever want this year. Hundreds, thousands, millions of Ninja Turtle toys. I gotta say, I'm a grown man who has a Ninja Turtles channel. I'm a grown man dressed up as a Ninja Turtle wearing a tux, but if you bought all these figures, you're crazy. So, we have a lot to get to on the show today, so I think it'd be appropriate to get to our first award right off the bat. Our first award right off the bat. And speaking of figures, speaking of action figures, the first 2022 TMNT Award. The first award is for the Best Last Ronin figure of 2022. Can you believe we were so spoiled this year there were multiple Last Ronin figures. We got a ton of Last Ronin figures, and we were spoiled, so let's take a look at the nominees. Here are the nominees for the 2022 Best Last Ronin figure. We've got the NECA Last Ronin figures, the Playmates Last Ronin figures, and the Sideshow Collectible Last Ronin figures statue. So let's take a look. The NECA Last Ronin figures, they're beautiful. They've got a great sculpt. They have a wonderful sculpt. They have the armored version and the unarmored shirtless version. The face sculpts are great. They come with a ton of great accessories. And as always, NECA does a wonderful job with toys. Next, the Playmates Last Ronin figures. They released a couple Last Ronin figures as well. Great sculpt, a little bit shorter than the NECA figures. These are about 4.5 inches tall. Came in 2 great paint applications, colored version and then the black and white version. And they look great. Playmates is doing great work, and they've been doing great work for decades with the Ninja Turtles. And finally, the Sideshow Collectible statue. This isn't really a figure, it's more of a statue, but it's 2 feet tall. It's 5 times as tall as the Playmates figure, and it's $1,600. It includes all 4 turtles. This thing is gorgeous. It's well sculpted. This is a real piece of art. So those are the nominees for the 2022 recipient of the Best Last Ronin figure. So, without further ado, let's get to it. The winner of the 2022 Ninja Turtles Award for Best Last Ronin figure. The winner is the NECA Last Ronin figures, armored and unarmored Last Ronin figures. These things are beautiful. They are well sculpted. They come with a ton of great accessories. It's going to be tough to choose between these two, but personally, I like the armored version better than I like the unarmored version. I like the shirtless version. You can see he's a little bit more of a turtle. The other one, it looks just like a guy wearing a hoodie. It's a turtle wearing a hoodie. I like the unarmored version, the shirtless version. What about you? So congratulations to NECA, the first winner of a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Award for 2022. These figures look great. Last Ronin fans are spoiled. And these figures look great, so we are all happy that NECA decided to release these Last Ronin figures this year, and we look forward to everything NECA is going to release next year regarding the Last Ronin. The next award we have coming up for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Awards, we're going to be moving right along. Some people disagree. Some people like the armored version, some people like the unarmored version, but one thing we can all agree on: the Best Ninja Turtles movie of 2022. Can you guess what it was? The Best Ninja Turtles movie of 2022? Any guesses out there? Something we can all agree on. There's just one nominee. Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie. It's a great movie. Came out back in August after being kind of delayed, kind of held up for a couple years. So it was great to finally see this movie. And it's not going to be much of a contest, but the winner of the 2022 Best Ninja Turtles Movie Award is Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie. Like I said, it's a wonderful movie. The colors are bold and daring and dynamic. It's a great story. It introduces a lot of cool stuff from the future and introduces a lot of new elements to Ninja Turtles lore. Fighting the Krang was exciting. Seeing Casey Jones from the future was exciting. Master Splinter, April O'Neil. I think this movie was great. And I think a lot of you loved this movie too. Did anybody see this one coming? I don't know. It was a tough choice with only one contestant for full-length movie in 2022. Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie definitely deserves this award. So, the show has started. We're getting into the show. I think it's about time we check in with Mutation Nation. Let's check in with the audience to see how everyone in the audience is doing right now. Let's check in with the audience. Who do we have out in the audience? Mutation Nation, how are you out there? Who do we have in the audience? We've got Finnegan, Toidle, F47, Raffi, Humaira, Jackson, Pickle, Nordic Frost, Gen X Catholic, Budward, Krusty Krab, Peaches, SR Striker, Mr. Turtle, Tim C, Robert K, and everyone else in the Radical Replay gang. There's a lot of people here today. Kid and Core, Shagufta, how's everybody doing? You enjoying the show so far today? Let's type a T in the chat Let's type T for turtles. Let's type a T in the chat for turtles. T if you like turtles. T to celebrate the Ninja Turtles. T is for turtles, of course, and that's what we're typing today. So let's get back to the show. Thank you for checking in with me, audience. I hope you're having a great time. TBR Animations, SRP2, Speedo Kagan's in the chat, Budward. Thanks again, everybody. I appreciate you being here. So let's get to the next award. We're typing T for turtles. T for turtles, the next award. We're moving right along. We have a lot of awards to get to today. So let's get to the next award. That is the award for the best new character. And new is in quotation marks. New is in quotation marks. So this isn't actually a new character. This is a character that's actually old. This is a classic character that's been reintroduced over the past year. There have been a lot of fan service reintroductions of classic characters over the past year. So let's take a look at our nominees. A lot of great nominees. First nominee, Tempestra from Shredder's Revenge. Second nominee, Casey Jones from the Rise of the Turtles movie. And finally, Venus de Milo from the IDW Ninja Turtles comics. So, the first nominee, Tempestra, comes from the 1987 original cartoon series and was brought back in Shredder's Revenge. She's a great villain, she's a great bad character, and it was great to see Tempestra back again in Shredder's Revenge, reintroduced as the best new character of 2022. Next nominee, Casey Jones, a male Casey Jones, from the Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. Now, we all know we had a female Cassandra Jones, a female Casey Jones in the Rise of the Turtles show. But in the movie, we were introduced to a new character who isn't so new. We were introduced to Casey Jones. Of course, a fan favorite character going all the way back to the Raphael Micro series in the 80s, a comic book where Casey Jones was first introduced. The next nominee, Venus de Milo, a controversial character. Originally from the Next Mutation TV show, Venus de Milo was brought back in the IDW Ninja Turtles comics and made a lot of fans happy to see Venus, the first female turtle, the fifth turtle from Next Mutation, brought back. Next Mutation, of course, has a mixed fan base, a lot of mixed reviews for Next Mutation, so it was cool to see something from Next Mutation brought back and done right. So those are your nominees for the best new character of 2022. Tempestra, Casey Jones, and Venus de Milo. The award for best new character, Ninja Turtles character of 2022. Best new character, the award goes to Venus de Milo. Can you believe it? Venus de Milo, great character. Next Mutation, old show, premiered back in the 90s, and it was cool to see Venus de Milo brought back with such respect and reverence as she has been brought back in the IDW Ninja Turtles comics. Pretty cool, huh? IDW Ninja Turtles comics decided to bring back Venus de Milo. Female turtle, fifth turtle, and this was really interesting to see. This was great to see in the Ninja Turtles comic books. I was excited about it. A lot of people out there aren't the biggest fans of the Next Mutation, but a lot of people were happy to see Venus de Milo brought back. So, that is the award for the best new character. And speaking of characters, we've had a lot of characters on My Ninja Turtles show over the past year. And I'd like to introduce you to a celebrity character right now, our first celebrity guest of the night. A big character, I think a lot of you know this character. I'm proud to present President Donald Trump. Can you believe it? President Donald Trump is joining us here on My Ninja Turtles channel.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's so great to be here. I love My Ninja Turtles channel, and I love the Ninja Turtles. It's a great year. Great Ninja Turtles channel. Best Ninja Turtles channel.
Wow. Thank you, President Trump. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I didn't know you liked the Ninja Turtles.
You could call me Donald Tello, okay? For the past few years, a lot of people have called me the Rat King, okay? They think I belong in the sewer, okay? But you could call me Donald Tello, just like Donatello, okay? I'm an inventor. I invented the letter T. Hey, type a T for Trump in the comments, okay? Type a T for Trump. You don't need to type a T for turtles. Type a T for me. I invented the letter T. Should be the first letter of the alphabet. I've said it before.
You are certainly opinionated, President Trump. I'm happy to have you here. Great celebrity guest for the 2022 Ninja Turtles Award show. Anything else you'd like to say before we let you go?
Absolutely. I was in Home Alone 2. I should have been in Secret of the Ooze 2. Okay, I should have been in Ninja Turtles 2. Okay, movie would have been a lot better with me in it, okay? I'm a New York guy. Ninja rap, forget Vanilla Ice, put Trump in there. I should have done ninja rap. Go Donald, go Donald, go.
Wow. Okay, well, thank you again, President Trump, for joining us. First celebrity guest of the evening. First celebrity guest, and I thank you for joining us, President Trump. Next thing I'd like to get to, speaking of new characters and wild characters, I'm a new character. How about that? My Ninja Turtles channel has been a new character over the past year. Now, I created my channel back in 2021, but 2022 was my first full year of making videos on My Ninja Turtles channel. And I made videos about the Ninja Turtles. I made videos about everything. Ninja Turtles and Golden Girls. I made videos from everything from the Ninja Turtles and Golden Girls to the Ninja Turtles and Nick Fuentes. A lot of variety in Ninja Turtles videos over the past year. And I'm happy to make videos like this and share them with you. And I even made a video about my favorite Ninja Turtles channels. I make Ninja Turtles content and I consume Ninja Turtles content as well. So it was great to share my favorite Ninja Turtles channels with all of you. And midway through the year, I switched over from making scripted upload videos. I switched over from pre-recorded scripted videos to live streaming. And I became a student again of live streaming. And we have had so many great memories over the past few months since we switched over to live streaming. We have done so much. We've seen so many places and made so many memories. Live streaming every Tuesday and every Saturday. We did Christmas shows, Thanksgiving shows, Halloween shows, and everything in between. We made a lot of new memories, had a lot of fun, and I couldn't have done it all without you. So I'd like to say thank you to all of you, making a lot of fun videos over the past year, and I look forward to making more in 2023. And I'd like to consider myself a pretty big fan of the Turtles. I know a lot of you do consider yourself a big fan as well. A lot of you consider yourselves big fan of the Turtles as well. And speaking of big fans of the Turtles, I'd like to present to you the next award for the best fan film. A lot of great fan films came out in 2022. A lot of great fan films from a lot of great Ninja Turtles fans. So now it is time for the best Ninja Turtles fan film of 2022. Is that okay with you? Here are the nominees for Best Ninja Turtles Fan Film. First nominee, The Last Ronin animation. Great CGI animation. Second nominee, TMNT Revisited, hand-drawn. Little spin, new spin on the classic rooftop scene from the 1990 movie. And the third nominee, live action, Casey Jones Live Wire. So let's take a look at the nominees. The Last Ronin animation, of course, adapts a dark scene from the Last Ronin comic books. It's done with computer animation. It's really, really well done. It's dark, it's touching, and it's animated very well, and it's a very good fan film. The next nominee, TMNT Revisited. It's a hand-drawn, it's 2D animation, more of a traditional style. And this reimagines the rooftop scene from the 1990 movie where Raphael is fighting a bunch of foot soldiers and Raphael is overwhelmed. But this reimagining includes Casey Jones on the roof. Very interesting stuff. And the third nominee, Casey Jones Live Wire, a live action fan film. It's over 20 minutes long, features Casey Jones, April O'Neil, and a bunch of other Ninja Turtles characters. It's light, it's fun, it's funny, it's goofy, and this is a great fan film, fan-funded. Casey Jones Live Wire. 3 great nominees. They all deserve to win. By the way, all the nominees tonight deserve to win. All the nominees are special, and all the nominees are great in their own way. So the winner of the 2022 award for Best Ninja Turtles Fan Film The winner is The Last Ronin animation. Wonderful fan film. Just a few minutes long, less than 5 minutes long, but guess what? Over 3 million views, and deserves 1 million, 100 million, billion more views. This thing is really well done. It's got great animation. It's got great voice acting. They paid tribute to the Ninja Turtles in all the right ways, and they did their own thing. They added pupils to The Last Ronin, and this was a crazy, crazy animation. And I'm honored that Speedo Kagan, the creator of this Last Ronin animation, is in the chat right now. So let's give a round of applause to Speedo Kagan for creating this wonderful Last Ronin animation. I'm honored that Speedo Kagan is in the chat. This guy's a Ninja Turtles legend, and he's watching the stream with you right now. He's typing T in the chat, just like all of you. He's a fan, just like all of you. So this was the winner of the Last Ronin. This is the fan film, winner of the fan film, best fan film of 2022, The Last Ronin animation. This is really, really great stuff. And Speedo Kagan, very big fan of the Turtles. And another fan of the Turtles you may not know, someone who's a fan of the Turtles, our second celebrity guest, Steve O. Are you familiar with Steve O? From Jackass, the stuntman, the prankster, the wild guy from Jackass. Steve O, welcome to the 2022 TMNT Awards.
Yeah, dude, I love the Turtles. They're skaters. I was a skateboarder when I was young, and I love the Turtles, dude. So cool. Thank you for having me on your show, bro.
Steve-O, thank you for being here. You're an interesting fella. You're a crazy guy. Do you have any Ninja Turtle stories you'd like to share?
You know, when I was young, when I wasn't punching myself in the privates, I was reading Ninja Turtles comic books, bro. Oh, man. I love those comic books, dude. Yo, I have a bunch of pranks that I've created, modeled after the Ninja Turtles, dude. I do a prank called the Tiger Claw, where I get naked, I fight a tiger, dude. Oh, yeah, bro.
Okay, you get naked and fight a tiger. That's an interesting prank. It's an interesting stunt you do, Steve-O. Anything else?
Yeah, I have a stunt called Leatherhead, dude. I get naked, I fight an alligator.
Okay. Okay, Steve-O, you get naked and you fight an alligator. Any other stunts that you do where you don't get naked?
Yeah, I have one called the Shredder. I put my tongue in a paper shredder, and I do it all naked, dude. Oh, yeah.
You are crazy, Steve-O. You're certainly a wild guy. And I love that you come on My Ninja Turtles channel. I love that you come on My Ninja Turtles channel and you share your love for the Ninja Turtles. You're a big fan of the Turtles as well. Anything else you'd like to share? Any plans for 2023? Any new stunts you'd like? Any new stunts you'd like to promote here on My Ninja Turtles channel for 2023?
You know, I have a stunt coming up. It's going to be in the next Jackass movie. It's called Mutagen Man. Okay? Mutagen Man is a stunt where I drink sewer water and then I make out with a homeless guy. Oh, it's gross. Oh, man.
Wow, Steve-O. You certainly are interesting, Steve-O. Wow. I cannot believe that is what you're going to be up to in 2023. So, you're a great fan, Steve-O. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Thank you for joining us. You're crazy. I got to tell you, you are crazy, but thank you for joining us. Can you guys believe that, Steve-O? What a wild character, but it's great that he comes on to My Ninja Turtles channel and helps out a celebrity guest on the 2022 TMNT Awards. Wow, what a show. And speaking of crazy, it was crazy we got so many Ninja Turtles video games in 2022. The next award is the Best Ninja Turtles Video Game. Can you believe it? The next award is for Ninja Turtles video games, and we were so lucky in 2022 that we got 3 Ninja Turtles video games. Can you believe it? First nominee for Best Ninja Turtles video game of 2022 is Kart Racers 3 Slime Speedway. Great racing game, features the Turtles on the cover. Next is Shredder's Revenge, great beat 'em up game, vintage retro style from a new game. And the third nominee is the Turtles Cowabunga Collection, a collection of classic games. Let's take a look at the nominees a little closer. Nickelodeon, Kart Racers 3, Slime Speedway. This is a great racing game, and you can see on the cover SpongeBob is driving the party wagon. So the Turtles were featured prominently in this game from Nickelodeon. Tons of characters in this game, and all of the Ninja Turtles are featured. And they even use the original voice cast from the original 1987 cartoon show. You can see Raph is on the cover as well, and this is a great racing game featuring the Turtles. The next nominee is Shredder's Revenge, a beat-em-up game. It's retro style. It's a fighting game, punching, kicking, cooperative. You could play online. And this has a retro style, but it's a new game. It's got all the cool parts of a classic old game with all the modern conveniences of a modern game. Shredder's Revenge. And the final nominee for Best Ninja Turtles Video Game of 2022 is the Cowabunga Collection. Now, this is a new collection of old games. It's a new collection of classic games. It features 13 games from every system: Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Game Boy, Sega Genesis, and arcade games. It's a wonderful collection. So those are the nominees for Best Ninja Turtles Video Game of 2022. Those are your nominees for the Best Ninja Turtles Video Game of 2022. And the winner of the TMNT Award for Best Video Game of 2022 is the Cowabunga Collection. Very great game. Wonderful game. 13 games. Some people might say this isn't a new game, it's a collection, but it's tough for Shredder's Revenge to compete against 13 games. I'd say one-on-one, Shredder's Revenge is better than any of the individual games in Cowabunga Collection, but as a whole, Cowabunga Collection is just so good. I spent 3 times as much time playing Cowabunga Collection as I did playing Shredder's Revenge in 2022. And also, Cowabunga Collection includes so much behind-the-scenes information that it wins on a whole lot of categories. There's behind-the-scenes sketches about how they created the games in the Cowabunga Collection. There's advertisements. There's manuals. There's stuff from the comic books. There's a whole lot of information in Cowabunga Collection, more than just the 13 games. And it's impossible. It's tough for any one game to compete against the Cowabunga Collection, which features 13 games. And of course, all of our nominees are winners tonight. And frankly, we're all winners tonight because of how much cool Ninja Turtle stuff we've received over the past year. So, Cowabunga Collection, big winner of the Ninja Turtles Video Game Award. Best Ninja Turtles Video Game in 2022, Cowabunga Collection. We got a lot in 2022. We definitely got a lot in 2022. We got a lot in 2022. It was a good year, but life at best is bittersweet. We know that from the Ninja Turtles. It's a Ninja Turtle saying, life at best is bittersweet. And in 2022, we got a lot, but we also lost a lot in 2022. So I think it'd be appropriate at our award show that we pay tribute and remember a few of the people we lost in 2022. And this is just a few of the people we lost in 2022. David Warner passed away in 2022, and he played Professor Jordan Perry. Played Professor Jordan Perry in the 1991 movie, the sequel, Secret of the Ooze, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze. And David Warner brought a quiet elegance. He was very refined British actor, wonderful voice, and brought a maturity to this role and did a wonderful job and really made this movie feel real and grounded in reality. He could have just gone through the motions, but he didn't. He put his work into it, put his full craft into it, and David Warner did a wonderful job as Professor Jordan Perry. Next, Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman and Bruce Wayne from Batman the Animated Series. Kevin Conroy was the voice of Batman, and he did a wonderful job as Batman. This comic was wonderful, and this cartoon was wonderful, Batman the Animated Series. And this was one of the cartoons that really dethroned the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles TV show. This really dethroned the Turtles and really helped put an end to Turtle Mania. The wild craze in the early 90s where the Ninja Turtles were popular, Batman the Animated Series helped put an end to that. So we have to pay respects to him for one-upping the Turtles. And speaking of shows that helped end Turtle Mania, Power Rangers. If Batman the Animated Series started the end of Turtlemania, Power Rangers definitely finished it. Jason David Frank passed away in 2022. Jason David Frank played Tommy Oliver, who was the White Power Ranger. Tommy Oliver was the Green Power Ranger, played by Jason David Frank, and we lost him in 2022. Talented actor and also a talented martial artist in real life. This guy was talented as an actor and a real-life martial artist, so I wanted to pay tribute to Jason David Frank of the Power Rangers, played Tommy Oliver, rest in peace. And also in 2022, we lost the voice of Iago from Aladdin, and we lost the voice of Digit from Super Chase. And of course, we lost the voice of Krang Subprime. The voice of Krang Subprime, of course, I'm talking about the comedian Gilbert Gottfried. We lost in 2022. Very sad to lose Gilbert Gottfried. And I think we all missed Gilbert Gottfried. He's a wonderful comedian and did wonderful voice acting work as Krang Subprime on the 2012 show. The 2012 Ninja Turtle show. Rest in peace, Gilbert Gottfried.
Excuse me, am I gonna be paid for this appearance? I know this is just in memoriam, and I'm kind of an extra, but I would like to get paid. I haven't worked in 6 months. I still have expenses, you know. Even though you die, you don't get rid of your expenses. I have debt to worry about.
Wow, Gilbert, thank you for joining us. Oh my gosh. Unfortunately, we don't have any money to pay you for your appearance in the in memoriam section of the Ninja Turtles award show tonight. Unfortunately, we cannot pay you because you passed away months ago, unfortunately. But we are happy to have you here, and we know you've always been very frugal, you love saving, you love pinching every penny, and that's what you are known for, in addition to your crazy voice.
Yes, I love pinching a good penny when I can. There's no pennies in heaven. No pennies up here, and I can't pinch anything. I have nothing to pinch but my own tush.
Wow. Gilbert, you are crazy, and I'm sad you passed away this year. Probably one of my favorite comedians ever, my favorite comedian ever, and we're gonna miss you. So rest in peace to Gilbert Gottfried, David Warner, Kevin Conroy, Jason David Frank, and everyone else we lost in 2022. We will miss you. So moving right along, next award. Gilbert sure is a colorful guy, huh? In life and in death, Gilbert was a colorful, wild guy. And speaking of colorful, the best Ninja Turtles comic book of 2022. These comic books were all colorful, and they were all great, and really, they all deserve to win. These comic books were wonderful. Our first nominee, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue 131 of the ongoing series. 131, issue 131. Next nominee, the TMNT Annual, the 2022 Annual. And the third nominee, the final issue, issue number 5 of the Last Ronin miniseries. Let's take a look at our nominees for the best Ninja Turtles comic book of the year. The first nominee is issue 131 of the main ongoing series. The main ongoing series definitely changed up a little bit. This year. Took a little bit of a different path. They introduced a new artist, Pablo Tunica, working with Sophie Campbell, Tom Waltz, Kevin Eastman, Rhonda Pattison. They were firing on all cylinders, and issue 131 was really dark. Master Shredder, former enemy, current mentor of the Ninja Turtles, takes them into the woods, and they all go on these dark vision quests, these dark spiritual journeys where they have to fight their demons. And I was reading this issue and I thought, wow, this is definitely changing. What is going on? This is a different comic book. This isn't something I recognize, and I loved it. It was dark, and it was daring, and it was awesome. Next nominee for the best comic book of the year, Ninja Turtles. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2022 Annual. This was written and drawn by Junie Baugh. It had a unique style visually and storytelling. Rhonda Pattison, the great Rhonda Pattison, did the colors in this as well. And it was just the 4 turtles, not a whole huge supporting cast. No Jenica, no Sheena, no Venus de Milo. It was just the 4 turtles and a unique villain that preyed on them physically as well as spiritually. And the final nominee for Best Ninja Turtles comic book of 2022 is The Last Ronin issue number 5. This is the dramatic conclusion to the Last Ronin miniseries. Very popular miniseries, very dark miniseries, and inspired a lot of Ninja Turtles fans over the past year. Issue number 5 of The Last Ronin. Don't want to spoil anything, but it's got a brutal ending for The Last Ronin. I think you've all probably read this issue by now, but I'm excited to see what comes next for The Last Ronin. So those are the nominees for the Best Ninja Turtles comic book of 2022. Without further ado, the winner of the Best Ninja Turtles comic book of 2022, the winner of the Best Ninja Turtles comic book of 2022 is the 2022 Annual, written and drawn by Juni-Ba. Now, this may surprise some people, but this was a great comic book. It was a self-contained story. It had great colors. It had a great feel. And the villain in this story is a new villain that preyed on the turtles physically as well as spiritually. And it was a intimate story. It featured just the turtles. It didn't have a whole huge supporting cast. It wasn't Mutant Town. It wasn't about Sheena and Jenica. It was just a story about family and the 4 brothers and the tension between them and the conflict between them. This was a classic story, and this was a moving story about the Ninja Turtles, about family, and how the Turtles really dealt with the loss, dealt with the new changes they've experienced with Splinter. And it's a beautiful comic. It's a little bit longer. It's very cinematic, and I would love to see more from Juni-Ba in the future. Great artist, great writer, the 2022 Annual winner of the Best Ninja Turtles comic book of the year. Best Ninja Turtles comic book of the year. The 2022 Annual, written and drawn by Juni-Ba. Would love to see more from him in the future. Really cool, unique style. Really unique take on the Turtles as well. Love to see more from him in the future. And speaking of the future, we have so much to look forward to in 2023. Ninja Turtles fans are going to be happy in 2023. The Ninja Turtles villain spin-off movies are coming, hopefully in 2023, hopefully soon. These have been promoted for a while, and I can't wait till we get these villain-driven, villain-centric movies coming out soon. Also, a new AAA big-budget Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles video game planned for 2023. Who doesn't want a big-budget Ninja Turtles video game? We got a bunch of new Ninja Turtles video games over the past few years, and I can't wait for another big-budget Ninja Turtles video game in 2023. I'm excited for that. I'm also excited for The Last Ronin, Lost Years comic. Another comic about The Last Ronin. Exciting stuff. Speaking of comic books, another crossover with Usagi Yojimbo. That's right, the Rabbit Bodyguard, the Ronin Rabbit Bodyguard, and the Ninja Turtles will be crossing over again in 2023. They've crossed over a lot of times. They've crossed over many times since the 80s. And I can't wait for this 5-issue miniseries from the wonderful Stan Sakai, Usagi Yojimbo creator. Also coming in 2023, Mutant Mayhem, the Seth Rogen produced Ninja Turtles movie. We know it's going to focus on the teenage aspect of the Ninja Turtles. We know it's going to feature young people voicing the Turtles. And I'm pretty excited for this Seth Rogen produced, full-length theatrical release Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem coming out in 2023. But that's not all. 2023 is going to be seeing the 20th anniversary of the 2003 show. 20 years of the 2003 show coming up in 2023. Any fans of the 2003 show out there? Going to be celebrating the anniversary pretty soon. Also celebrating the anniversary in 2023, the 1993 movie. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #3, the one where they travel back in time, will also be celebrating its 30th anniversary in 2023. So needless to say, there's going to be a lot of good Turtle stuff coming up. It's going to be a good year of Turtles, and we've had a lot of good years of Turtles. 1 year of Turtles turns into 2 years of Turtles, 3 years turns into a decade of Turtles. And speaking of decades of turtles, brings us to our final award. Speaking of decades of turtles, the final award of the evening, speaking of decades of turtles, the Lifetime Achievement Award. Now, the Lifetime Achievement Award is going to be going to someone who has worked on the turtles for decades. They've put in the work. They haven't just had one good year of turtles. They've had 2 good years of turtles. They've had 2 good decades of turtles. They've had almost 4 good decades of turtles. Almost 40 years of Ninja Turtles. And the Lifetime Achievement Award, none of this would be possible without the recipients, the winners of the Lifetime Achievement Award. So without further ado, I'd like to present to you the winners of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Lifetime Achievement Award 2022. The winners of the Lifetime Achievement Award are Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman, co-creators of the Ninja Turtles. Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman created the Ninja Turtles way back in the 80s, decades ago, and I couldn't be happier about it. Imagine these two, they're just 2 friends that created something in their living room, and 40 years later, it's still going strong. A huge franchise, wonderful work. These two did it all on their own as well. They didn't work with Marvel or DC. They drew it themselves. They produced it themselves. They spent their own money self-publishing. They took a chance. They're rebellious. They're successful risk takers. And frankly, here at My Ninja Turtles channel and at the TMNT Awards Show 2022, we owe it all to Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman, the co-creators of the Ninja Turtles. None of this would be possible without them, and none of this would be possible without their creations. So on behalf of everyone here at My Ninja Turtles channel, I salute Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman. Let's get a T in the chat for Turtles, and T for thank you to Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman for creating the Turtles. T in the chat for Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman for creating the Ninja Turtles. T for Turtles in the chat. And T for Turtles in the comments if you're watching the replay. T for Turtles, and T for thank you, Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman, for everything that you've done for the Turtles. On behalf of all Ninja Turtles fans, I appreciate it, and I appreciate the 2 of you. So let's check in with our audience before we take off here. Did you guys have a good time? I don't know why we need a drum roll to check in with the audience, but we're checking in with the audience. I see a lot of T's in the chat. Thank you all for joining. And like I said earlier in the show, thank you for liking and subscribing to My Ninja Turtles channel. I do a live stream every Tuesday and every Saturday, and it wouldn't be as much fun without all of you. So I wanted to thank you all. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the award show. The last day of the year. It's the last show of the year. It's New Year's Eve. And I hope you have a wonderful new year, and I hope you spend your new year with me here at My Ninja Turtles channel. I couldn't do it without you. And it's been a great year. I wanted to just say thanks again. And I guess there's just one thing left to say, right? Is there just one thing left to say? Happy New Year. Thank you. And Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment and share this video. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more Ninja Turtles videos like this.